All right, earlier last week, the Better team headed out to sea, embarking on a fun adventure visiting a number of local lighthouses.
Yes, you'll see lots of greenery and bluery on the sea.
Bluery.
The up-close tour they took is courtesy of the folks at the Cross Sound Ferry, and it's one of 2 lighthouse cruises that they offer. In addition to getting out on the water on a beautiful day to check out the lighthouses, they are also treated to stories about ghosts and pirates and unique kingdoms along the Connecticut coast. Take a look.
A lot of these lighthouses you can see from land, but this trip gets you right up close to them, and you can really see them from a perspective that you otherwise wouldn't be able to see.
Bill Stanley is the captain of the boat taking passengers on the Lights and Sights Lighthouse Tour, a 2-hour experience out of New London that visits 9 local lighthouses.
Coming into view is our first onshore lighthouse, New London Harbor Light. New London Harbor Light was the first lighthouse built on Long Island Sound.
As narrator Barbara Hatch tells those on board, this one dates to colonial times. George Washington actually played an important part in its history, and the lighthouse played a part in the Revolutionary War.
During the Revolutionary War, it gained fame helping pirates. Connecticut Governor Jonathan Trumbull had authorized the use of legal pirates called privateers to wreak havoc on British supply ships. The Harbor Lighthouse served as a beacon for these patriotic pirates, guiding them home to New London with their British spoils.
Up the coast a bit is the New London Ledge Light. You may recognize it. This one hasn't had anyone living on it for decades. Or maybe it has.
A mix of colonial, revival, and French Empire architecture, it is also supposedly inhabited by a ghost named Ernie.
Race Rock, where the water is churned up and angry, also has a haunted history.
The infamous Race Rock has been reported to have paranormal activity on it.
These kinds of stories and fun facts are shared at each lighthouse. Some of the tales date back hundreds of years, some are more recent. Such is the case of the lighthouse on North Dumpling Island.
The 2-acre island is privately owned by Dean Kamen, inventor of the Segway human transporter. Kamen refers to the island as the Kingdom of North Dumpling. The people of North Dumpling are called Dumplonians, and Kamen is said to refer to himself as Lord Dumpling.
Aslan Truxell got a kick out of that.
Because it's called dumpling.
She's from Colorado. Her grandmother in Connecticut brought her on the tour.
I've never been in any kind of ocean or anything. This is my first time.
It's the first time visiting lighthouses for 95-year-old Gloria Townsend, who comes from California.
I just enjoyed every one of them. Yeah, it was new, something new for me.
They're enjoying the adventure from the comfort of the indoor seating on this boat, the Sea Jet. Many of the lighthouse tours now are offered on the Cross Sound Ferry's newest boat, the Cecilia Ann. It joined their fleet late last year.
It's really a perfect boat for the kind of thing that we're doing. It's, really tall windows with great visibility all around.
Both boats have outdoor seating areas for passengers too. That's where we bumped into Kathy Kemplin, who's visiting from Kentucky.
Well, we're visiting family, and we're just tickled to death. My dream has been to see lighthouses, and I'm tickled to death. This is the first time. Yeah, I'll soon be 60, so this was like a bucket list thing. So I like it.
Captain Billy agrees there is something special, even magical, about lighthouses.
There's definitely something romantic about them, between the lights and the foghorn and just the architecture in general that you see less and less of.
In addition to the lighthouses, there are other interesting sights to see on the tour.
As we come in closer to the Morgan Point Lighthouse, on the port side you see a small island with 3 houses on it. This is called Mouse Island.
Passengers also get a good look at and learn the history of the famous Ocean House in Watch Hill, Rhode Island.
Famously known for its warm yellow facade and stunning views of the Atlantic Ocean, Ocean House opened in 1868 as a small 3-story boarding house for seasonal travelers.
And recognize this seaside mansion next door?
This mansion, previously known as Holiday House, was once the summer cottage of Rebecca West Harkness. She was the wife of William Hale Harkness, heir to the Standard Oil fortune.
It's also the current house of singer Taylor Swift. So, lots to see out on the sea. And one of the great things about this cruise is, whether you're from out of state or live in Connecticut, there are so many lighthouses you see in one 2-hour tour. And you see them up close from the vantage point of the water.
It's the most wonderful experience. I grew up here and never knew that all of this was out here until I started narrating last year. I knew there were lighthouses, but I didn't know the history of them, and it's been fascinating to learn about where I live.
All right, to buy tickets online and to learn more about the Cross Sound Ferry's 2 different Lighthouse cruises, there's the Lights and Sights Tour, and that's the one our team took, and there's also the Classic Lighthouse Tour. Head to longislandferry.com and click on Cruises. That's right near the top of the page.
And this year, the folks at the Cross Sound Ferry have a new offering. This sounds great. Sunset Cruises.
How beautiful.
Yeah, you can catch the Cecilia Ann out of New London for a 5:45 departure every Thursday through Sunday night. You enjoy some local wine and beer on board along with great entertainment. The boat returns to the dock in New London by about 10 p.m. Ticketing information for the Sunset Cruises can also be found at longislandferry.com. You know, if you've already done this, it would be a whole new experience to see it at sunset.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really nice because you can get your passport stamped. It's really cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.